Welcome back to CoinCash King's Information Channel. What ordinary coin turned into extraordinary coin today? You are discovering Australian coin that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection in pocket change, could be worth something. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and highly sought-after pieces in Australian numismatic history, the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin. Now, at first glance, you might think it's just another regular coin from your pocket change, but hold on. The 1980 Australia 50-cent coin, especially those in very fine condition or with unique toning and age marks, has turned into a true collectible gem in today's market. In this video, we will explore its background, unique features, rarity, collector value, and how this once common piece of change has become a hot property among coin enthusiasts worldwide. So stay tuned till the end, because this coin might just surprise you with its real worth. Let's start with a little bit of history. The 50-cent coin as we know it today was first introduced in 1969, replacing the round 50-cent coin that was originally made of silver back in 1966. By 1980, Australia had firmly adopted the dodecagonal, or 12-sided shape made from cupro nickel, which became an iconic symbol of modern Australian currency. The 1980 issue was struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and carries a design that reflects both tradition and national pride. It was a time when Australian coinage was going through a phase of refinement, and each year brought its own subtle variations that collectors now study closely. The 1980 Australian 50-cent coin features the famous Arnold Machine portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, or the front side. This elegant design captures the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a symbol of grace and royal continuity. On the reverse side, the coin proudly displays the Australian coat of arms, with the kangaroo and emu standing tall beside the shield. Every detail on this coin, from the crisp lettering to the sharp edges of its 12 sides, represents Australia's national identity and pride. Now, some examples of the 1980 Australia 50-cent coin have developed unique natural toning over time, often described as brownies or rusty patina. This gives the coin an attractive antique look that many collectors find irresistible. Far from being a flaw, this kind of aging can actually add to its character and desirability. Coins that have aged beautifully over decades, especially those that have survived in very fine condition, are now prized by collectors for their authenticity and vintage appeal. You might be wondering what makes this coin so rare if millions were minted. The answer lies in the condition and the small variations that have appeared over time. While many 1980 Australia 50-cent coins circulated heavily, finding one in very fine or better condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Add to that the coins that show unique toning or patina. These are the pieces collectors crave. It's not just about owning a coin from 1980. It's about owning a piece of Australian heritage that has stood the test of time and carries its own story through every mark and shade. Collectors around the world are now recognizing the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin as a must-have addition to their sets. In coin shows, online auctions, and private collections, these coins are drawing serious attention. Enthusiasts appreciate both its aesthetic appeal and its historical importance, making it a consistent performer in the numismatic market. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the value. The 1980 Australian 50-cent coin, in average circulated condition, might still trade for a modest amount. But when you have one that's graded very fine or better, with that rich vintage toning and minimal wear, the market value $611,000 can rise significantly. Depending on the eye appeal, rarity of toning, and demand at the time, these coins can reach impressive figures among collectors. In today's numismatic market, these are being recognized not just for their metallic worth, but for their collectible and historical value. With collectors constantly searching for pieces in top-tier condition, a well-preserved 1980 Australia 50-cent coin has proven to be a rewarding find. Some coin experts even predict that as the years go by and fewer fine examples remain in circulation, the value of these coins will continue to rise steadily in the collectible market. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1980 Australia 50-cent coin, take a close look. Examine its edges, the clarity of the Queen's portrait, and the sharpness of the coat of arms. Look out for coins with minimal scratches and clean surfaces. These are the ones that stand out to collectors. Also, Pay attention to coins with attractive toning or that rusty brownie look. These naturally aged patterns often make your coin more visually appealing and desirable. For serious collectors, it is always best to store your coins properly. Use non-acidic holders or coin capsules to prevent further tarnish and damage. Keep them away from moisture and handle them carefully by the edges. You might even consider getting your coin professionally graded and encapsulated to preserve its condition and confirm its authenticity. This can significantly boost its market value when it is time to sell or trade. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin. What was once just everyday currency has now become a piece of collectible history, treasured by numismatists for its design, condition, and growing rarity. With its unique patina, fine craftsmanship, and the legacy it carries from Australia's modern minting era, this coin has proven to be more than just metal. It's a symbol of timeless value. If you have one in your collection, hold on to it proudly. And if you are still searching, now's the perfect time to keep an eye out at markets, coin fairs, and even your own change jar. The 1980 Australian 50-cent coin continues to attract strong interest and rising demand in today's collector scene, and who knows, the next valuable treasure could be sitting right in your hands to subscribe to my channel. Next, coin number 2. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and high-value collectible coins in the world of numismatics, the Australia 50-cent coin from 1980. This coin has been turning heads in the collector's market for its stunning appearance, its unique rusticious tone, and its rising demand among both local and international coin enthusiasts. Especially when you find one in very fine condition with a bright front side and a dark, rustic backside, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. So make sure you watch till the end, because this coin could surprise you with its big dollar value in today's market. The Australian 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, replacing the old currency system when Australia moved to a decimal currency. But the 1980 edition holds a special place in history. It was part of the Elizabeth II series, featuring the Queen's portrait designed by Arnold Machin. This was a time when Australia's minting technology was evolving, and small variations in the metal composition and minting process created fascinating differences between coins. The 1980 version, in particular, saw several unique characteristics due to minting conditions that make it highly collectible today. Over the years, many of these coins have been lost, worn down, or melted, which makes well-preserved specimens like the bright, rusticious 1980 Australia 50-cent coin increasingly rare. Now let's talk about what makes this coin stand out. The 1980 Australian 50-cent coin features Queen Elizabeth II on the front side, shining with that bright, rusticious tone, a natural, warm, metallic glow that collectors absolutely love. The backside showcases the Australian coat of arms, which in this particular piece appears with a darker rustic tone, creating an eye-catching two-tone contrast. This natural patina effect gives the coin a vintage charm and highlights its age and authenticity. Unlike modern coins that look identical, each rusticious 1980 coin tells its own story through its color and wear, almost like a fingerprint in metal. The coin's dodecagonal shape also adds to its appeal, making it instantly recognizable and adding to its aesthetic beauty in any collection. Coins like the 1980 Australia 50 cent in very fine condition are no longer easy to find. The majority of the coins from this era have seen decades of circulation, leading to heavy wear or damage. However, when you come across one that still holds its luster, especially with a bright front and dark rustic back, it instantly becomes a top-tier collectible. Coin enthusiasts around the world are now realizing the hidden value in these older Australian coins, and demand has been climbing rapidly. Collectors prefer coins that have both historical significance and visual appeal, and this coin ticks both boxes. Many experts predict that as time goes on, the number of preserved pieces will continue to shrink, pushing prices even higher. Let's get to the part that excites everyone, the current market value. Depending on its condition, a 1980 Australian 50-cent coin with that special bright and dark, rusticious effect can fetch significant amounts in today's market. In auctions and private sales, well-preserved pieces have been known to attract serious collectors willing to pay high premiums. A very fine condition coin with clear detailing, natural toning, and minimal wear can sell anywhere from $682,000, and in some cases even more. depending on the buyer and the coin's visual uniqueness. Remember, the numismatic value isn't just about silver or metal content. It's about rarity, beauty, and collector passion. And right now, that passion for 1980 Australian coins is at an all-time high. If you are lucky enough to own one of these beautiful coins, treat it with care. Never polish or clean it, as that can actually reduce its collector value. Store it in a protective holder or capsule to preserve its natural toning and prevent further oxidation. For those still hunting for one, check old coin jars, estate sales, or local coin fairs. You never know where a hidden gem might be waiting. And when you do find one, make sure to get it evaluated by a professional coin grader to confirm its condition and authenticity. Joining online collector communities can also help you stay informed about upcoming auctions and market trends so you can buy or sell at the perfect time. So there you have it, the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin, a small but mighty piece of numismatic history that's making big waves in today's collector's market. With its rich background, stunning rusticious toning, and growing rarity, this coin is more than just pocket change. It's a valuable piece of art and history combined. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin journey, this is one coin you will definitely want to look out for. Who knows, your next big treasure might already be sitting in your old coin box. Next, queen number 3. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic that's been creating a real buzz in the numismatic world, the Australia 50-cent 1976 coin. A true collector's gem that's capturing attention across the globe. This coin, especially in very fine condition, is now regarded as one of the most underrated yet highly valuable coins in today's coin market. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned expert, you'll want to stick around till the end of this video to find out why this 1976 50-cent coin could be worth far more than you think and how you can spot one that's a true treasure. The story of the Australian 50-cent coin goes back to the post-decimalization period when Australia shifted from pounds and shillings to dollars and cents in 1966. The 50-cent coin quickly became one of the most recognized pieces in circulation. By 1976, the Royal Australian Mint continued producing these coins in copper-nickel alloy, carrying forward the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. That year's design represents not just currency, but a piece of Australian history, minted during a time when the nation was rapidly evolving in economy and identity. The 1976 version in particular stands out because it represents the mid-70s era, an important decade for Australian numismatics, when minting standards, design variations, and metal compositions began to shift subtly, giving rise to unique specimens that are now seen as collectible treasures. The 1976 Australian 50-cent coin features the iconic coat of arms of Australia on the reverse side, beautifully detailed with the kangaroo and emu standing proudly beside the shield. On the obverse side, you will find the youthful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a portrait that remains one of the most elegant and recognized among collectors. Some coins from that period show fascinating natural aging effects, such as brownish tones, rusty layers, and even small yellow dots due to oxidation and storage conditions over the decades. Far from being flaws, these natural colorations can actually enhance the beauty and uniqueness of the coin, giving it a distinctive vintage look that appeals to serious collectors. When found in very fine condition with clear details and minimal wear, this coin becomes a standout piece in any collection. What truly sets the 1976 Australian 50-cent coin apart is its increasing rarity in such well-preserved conditions. Over the years, many of these coins have been lost, melted down, or heavily circulated, and which makes finding one in very fine or better condition extremely special. Coin enthusiasts around the world are actively searching for pieces that show these rich, aged features, the brownish tone, the natural oxidation marks, and clean edges as signs of authenticity and age. Collectors value the 1976 issue not only for its age, but for its historical importance and the unique charm that each coin carries from years of handling and storage. The demand has been steadily rising, and numismatic communities now regard this coin as a hidden gem with solid potential for appreciation. Now let's talk numbers, the part everyone's waiting for. In today's collector's market, the Australia 50-cent 1976 coin, in very fine condition, can command a surprisingly strong value. The collector's value in auctions and private sales can reach $639,000, depending on its appearance, preservation, and rarity of the specific batch. Coins with the naturally aged patina, distinct color tones, and crisp detail are especially sought after, and some have even sold at premium prices to dedicated collectors who recognize their beauty and scarcity. As the market for vintage coins continues to expand, the 1976 50-cent piece is one of those coins that experts believe will continue to rise in demand and dollar value. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, handle it carefully. Always keep it in a dry, clean holder or a plastic flip to prevent further oxidation. Avoid polishing or cleaning it harshly, as that can remove its natural patina, which actually adds to its authenticity and value. For new collectors, start looking at older circulation coins from the 1970s, especially the 1976 issue, because you never know when you will come across a piece that could turn into a valuable investment. Stay connected with coin forums and auction platforms to stay informed about current selling prices and trends. Remember, numismatics isn't just about collecting, it's about preserving history in your hands. So there you have it, the incredible story of the Australia 50-cent 1976 coin. A truly fascinating piece that embodies history, artistry, and rarity. From its distinctive design and vintage appearance to its growing demand and high market value, this coin is a shining example of how something as simple as a piece of change can hold immense worth for collectors around the world. If you've got one tucked away in your drawer, don't overlook it. You might be holding a small treasure that's increasing in value every year. Next, queen number 4. And today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pieces of Australian numismatic history, the Australia 50-cent coin from 1978. At first glance, it might just look like another old coin, but in reality, this particular issue has been gaining massive attention among collectors and investors worldwide, especially those coins showing brownie rust tones, light surface dots, and aged wear in very fine condition. They're not just visually unique, they tell a story of time, value, and heritage. And in today's market, their worth in dollars is climbing higher than ever before. So stay tuned as we unfold the rich history, rare features, and incredible market value of this stunning Australian collectible. The Australian 50-cent coin, first introduced in 1966, has gone through several interesting design and material transitions. By 1978, the coin was already becoming an icon of Australian identity. The 1978 edition was part of the copper-nickel series that replaced the earlier silver version. Minted by the Royal Australian Mint, this coin showcases not just monetary function, but also craftsmanship and cultural pride. During that period, Australia was refining its coinage to reflect its modern economy while maintaining the royal heritage, and the 1978 50-cent piece beautifully symbolizes this evolution. What makes it even more intriguing is how coins from that year, especially those that have survived in clean, collectible conditions, have become increasingly harder to find due to circulation wear and natural metal aging. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1978 Australia 50-cent coin truly special. On the front side, or the obverse, we see the elegant profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. Over time, many of these coins developed a characteristic look, some showing light brownish or rusty tones and subtle surface dots due to age and oxidation. These marks are not flaws, they are natural patina that gives the coin character and uniqueness, highly prized by collectors who appreciate authentic aging. The reverse side, or the back, features the bold Australian coat of arms, with the kangaroo and emu standing proudly, symbols of Australia's strength and unity. The combination of detailed artistry, historical relevance, and the natural aging patterns make each coin from 1978 a one-of-a-kind collectible. When it comes to rarity, not every 1978 50-cent coin is considered valuable, but the ones in very fine or better condition, especially those showing light patina and distinct aging features, are in extremely high demand. Most circulated coins from the late 1970s were used heavily, so finding one today that has maintained its sharp details and original luster is quite uncommon. Collectors around the world are now hunting for these coins, particularly examples with unique coloration, rusty or brownie tones, which make them stand out in any collection. Auction platforms and private sales have seen a noticeable rise in demand as enthusiasts recognize the coin's growing scarcity and historical charm. What was once a common coin is now a sought-after treasure among serious numismatists. Let's talk about the big question: how much is a 1978 Australia 50-cent coin worth today? In the current collector's market, the value of this coin depends on its condition, tone, and rarity. Coins in standard circulated condition may fetch modest prices, but those in very fine condition with original details and unique aging can reach impressive values in auctions and private sales, $649,000, depending on collector interest and metal quality. But the real attraction lies in how these coins are trending upward in value. With more collectors entering the market and vintage Australian coins gaining international recognition, the 1978 50-cent piece is considered a smart collectible investment. The demand is rising steadily, and experts believe its value could continue to appreciate over time. If you're a coin collector or just starting your numismatic journey, the 1978 Australia 50-cent coin is an excellent choice to add to your collection. Always look for coins that have maintained their sharp details, even if they show light rusty or brown tones. These natural aging effects often increase their appeal. Store your coins properly in a dry, cool environment, preserve their condition, and avoid polishing them, as that can remove the original patina that collectors love. Keep an eye on reputable auction platforms and numismatic markets. Sometimes these hidden gems appear unexpectedly at affordable prices. The key is patience, knowledge, and appreciation for the coin's story and beauty. As the market grows, collectors who secure their pieces early will likely see strong returns in the years to come. In conclusion, the Australia 50-cent coin from 1978 is far more than just an old piece of metal. It's a symbol of Australia's proud history, artistic craftsmanship, and enduring value. With its distinctive features, from Queen Elizabeth's timeless portrait to the bold coat of arms combined with natural aging and rarity, this coin has transformed into a high-demand collectible. Whether you are a passionate collector or an investor looking for future growth, this coin stands out as a remarkable opportunity. The market for rare Australian coins continues to thrive, and the 1978 50-cent piece is shining brighter than ever. So, next time you come across one of these fascinating coins, take a closer look. You might just be holding a true treasure with growing value in today's numismatic world. Next, coin number 5 today's video. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and eye-catching pieces in Australian numismatic history, the Australia 50-cent coin from 1983, featuring a dark, rusticious tone on the front side and a bright, dark, rusticious shine on the reverse side. This particular coin, in very fine condition, has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike, and in today's action market, it is considered to hold an impressive value in dollars. So stay tuned till the end, because we're going to break down everything from its history, background, and unique features to why this coin is now in such high demand across the globe. Let's start with a bit of... The 1983 Australian 50-cent coin is a proud representation of the country's decimal currency era, introduced after the transition from pounds, shillings, and pence in 1966. The 50-cent coin has always been one of the most iconic denominations, symbolizing stability and national pride. In 1983, the Royal Australian Mint continued its tradition of minting high-quality coins made of copper nickel, featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. That year marked a period of modernization for Australian coinage, and while millions were minted, very few survived in the kind of well-preserved rustic tone we are talking about today. Over time, these coins developed natural patina and coloration, a dark, rusticious look that collectors now see as both rare and beautiful. Now, moving on to the obverse side, showing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, has developed a rich, dark, rusticious tone, a natural transformation that only comes with decades of aging and environmental influence. This gives the coin a distinctive antique appeal that standard silver-colored pieces simply cannot match. On the reverse side, we have the Australian coat of arms, the kangaroo and emu proudly supporting the shield, shining in a bright, dark, rusticious hue that makes this coin a true standout. The combination of these two contrasting shades gives the coin an almost artistic appearance, making it a prized piece for collectors who appreciate both history and natural beauty in metal. When we talk about, this is where the 1983 Australia 50 cent really shines. While the coin itself isn't the rarest by mintage numbers, finding one in very fine condition with this natural rustic finish is extremely uncommon. Coins like these are not easily found in circulation anymore. Most have been worn down, damaged, or melted. The ones that survive with such preserved details and unique toning have become highly desirable collector's items. In recent years, interest in Australian decimal coins has skyrocketed, especially those showing unique natural coloration or minting quirks. As a result, collectors worldwide are now actively searching for these pieces to add to their collections or investment portfolios. Let's talk about what everyone wants to know, that depending on the condition, toning, and overall visual appeal, a 1983 Australian 50-cent coin with a dark, rusticious front and bright rustic reverse can fetch a surprising amount in the collector's market. While average circulated examples might trade for modest amounts, well-preserved pieces in very fine or better condition can command significant premiums, sometimes reaching $600,000, especially in private auctions or collector forums. The coin's aesthetic appeal and natural aging make it more than just currency. It's a piece of art that continues to appreciate in value as time goes on. For those who are passionate about coin collecting, here are some to help you identify and preserve such treasures. Always handle your coins carefully and avoid cleaning or polishing them. Natural toning, like the rusticious patina, actually enhances the coin's value. Store them in a cool, dry environment, preferably in acid-free holders or capsules, to prevent further oxidation. When buying, make sure to verify authenticity and look for coins that display sharp details and balanced toning. Also, keep an eye on auction trends and collector communities online. You would be surprised how fast the value of coins like this can rise. As we come to it's clear that the 1983 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a story of time, craftsmanship, and natural transformation. Its dark, rusticious front, bright rustic back, and very fine preservation make it a showpiece in any serious collection. With its growing demand and rising market value, this coin stands as a symbol of Australia's rich numismatic heritage and a promising opportunity for both new and seasoned collectors. So if you happen to come across one, treat it like the rare gem it is, because in today's market, and like to subscribe my channel, Happy Collecting,